Hi everyone, my name is Marcy Quint and this is the All Heart channel. On this channel, we will be talking about anything pertaining to education, nutrition, fitness, DIYs, and lifestyle. I basically wanted to cover it all. So for this video in particular, I wanted to start off with like a Montessori / Waldorf Q&A. So this video is perfect for those of you that are looking into incorporating either fully Montessori or fully Waldorf, or, like in our case, we decided to incorporate a little bit of both into our homeschool and into our home. I know that at the very beginning, this could seem kind of daunting. And, it is a big task because you are going to be changing a few things around your home and basically changing the environment that your child is learning in. And I will have a video on how to start doing that. So make sure that you subscribe and that you hit that notification bell so that you receive that video. So let's start off with the most important question. What is Montessori? I had no idea what it was until I started researching it. And, in a few words, Montessori is a practice that fosters motivating growth for children and adolescents, like in all areas of development. This is done by nurturing the child's natural desire to learn. The main purpose of Montessori education is to help every child develop essential skills that, are not only important like in their educational, world, but also outside of here. I mean, these are skills that they're going to need to incorporate, when you're out and about or in your homes. So each classroom or home is filled with developmentally appropriate educational, toys that really encourage learning. And what I loved about it, this is key. What really drew me in is that students are free to choose what they want to learn. I mean, this is something that you weren't going to find at your regular traditional school that's across the street. I mean, yes, it would be more convenient to just take my child over there. But when you really look at the educational aspect of, going in that direction, I mean, they get like a 10-minute recess, 10 minutes to play. And they're in there for 6 hours? And the rest of the time they're sitting at their desk and working on, worksheet after worksheet. And I feel like that's just incredibly restrictive. And if you're pushing something at a child, they're not going to want to learn, and they're not going to be able to absorb that information. I mean, their attention spans are very limited at first. And so what I loved about, the Montessori aspect and the Montessori toys is that it really made them focus. And that was because I really changed the environment. It was definitely more inviting. They wanted to come in and learn. There were certain toys that they were just gravitating towards, and this was completely different than anything that we had in our home before. So what about the Montessori philosophy is it that kind of draw parents in the first place? The toys. And I understand that I should have started off with learning more about what the Montessori philosophy was, but I know that if you look up Pinterest and you look up Montessori inspired toys, Waldorf inspired, rooms, that's the first thing you're going to see. And I mean, I don't blame you. So when you look at the Montessori or Waldorf toys, I mean, they're beautiful. They are, most of them, handcrafted, really beautifully made, aesthetically pleasing. They use calm, colors. They're incredibly inviting, and they are set up in a way that children naturally gravitate towards them. And, before you know it, your child is actually focused on one activity because they're not, bombarded by a whole bunch of other things going off or a whole bunch of, loud colors in their face. And you will see that firsthand, if you start to make a few of these changes, moving on from, the Montessori. Let's talk a little bit about what Waldorf is. Now, Waldorf believed that in the early stages of a child's life, that's when they learn best. And it's important to create an environment that imitates practical activities. The early childhood curriculum therefore centers on children being able to learn by example. So there's plenty of opportunities for children to learn through imaginative play. And that to me was so important. And that was something that I really wanted to implement. I wanted them to learn through using their imagination. And Waldorf schools really do employ like a regular daily routine that includes free play. It includes artistic work. It includes, drawing. It includes painting or modeling, or they do their circle time where they read stories and they play games or they sing, or, they have a practical task like cleaning and cooking and gardening. And I mean, if you really look at and observe your children, I mean, they do what you do. If I'm going around and I'm cleaning my house, my daughter or my son's in there and they want to do it too. And it's something that you should definitely encourage. These are life skilled tasks that, one day they're going to have to learn. And why not do it now when they want to learn? They want to help you. So why didn't I just pick one or the other? Because I could have just gone, the Montessori way, and I could have just gone with the Waldorf. And to be perfectly honest, I didn't like the curriculum for Montessori completely. There were a lot of aspects, and I feel like our homeschool is like 80% Montessori. So I'm not saying I didn't like all of it. I loved a lot of it, and we implemented it into our homes. The only thing that I didn't like about Montessori is that I felt like their creative outlet was a little bit restricted, and that's really what I wanted my children to focus on. Like, whether they end up liking it or not, I still feel like it's something that's important for them to learn. Like, children need some sort of outlet. And if they're just sitting at a desk working on, writing their letters or spelling or, whatever it is that they're learning, I feel like they're not going to want to really focus and learn. So the Waldorf curriculum, that's what I loved about it. I felt like there was a lot more freedom. The only thing that I didn't like about Waldorf is that I felt like it was just a little bit too traditional and, don't come at me, but just a little bit folksy. And that it didn't really vibe with what I wanted to do. But other than that, I mean, I love both. So if there's anything that I want you to take from this video, it's that it's okay to, pick and choose what you like and what's going to work for your home. You don't have to go fully with one or the other. If you remember, like, children learn differently. And a lot of times you have to kind of adapt to the way that they're learning. And if you are observant of that, then you're able to give them the necessary tools that they need in order to continue to learn what they want to learn. Anyways, I hope that this video was informative, and if it was, please make sure to hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you're notified of future videos. Like I said, this is the video 1 in the series of Montessori and Waldorf videos. So the next one I want to do focuses more on the educational toys for children ages 12 months to 3 years old. And I also want to do a video on how to start. And that one's going to be, you know, a lot of fun. So make sure that you hit that notification bell so that way you're notified of when the videos come out. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I will answer them. I always love reading comments. And yeah, like I said, you know, regardless of what it is that you choose to do, so long as you do it from the heart, you can't go wrong. So thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye.